Okay, so trying to wrap this up here for class number, what are we, on 23, and make a comparison between the MATLAB and SolidWorks results. So here we go. That worked. Something in the notes, I think I should fix it, but I probably will forget. I say example 11.3, and then I accidentally left the word single link in there. All the single ladies? Never mind. So the things we're going to need to change, the yellow right there, I should have removed it, but it didn't actually matter because I renamed it a little bit later. But so we start out with this yellow stuff just like we had previously. We got to create a time, a series. I picked 0 to 1.63. That's because that's what was my target. I started with an initial velocity of 65, and it starts to decelerate at negative 40 radians per second squared. And I also have a starting position, which is, once again, not a very big angle, but it was a necessary angle to try to capture the correct position. I might have messed up. I don't know. And the previous results that we just did, right over here, they didn't match up in several ways. I even divided the results of the SolidWorks by 10, and because it was so much larger. Like, you know, this right here was the actual graph of the thing, and well, actually, it was the SolidWorks that was much, like, by a factor of 10 larger than the MATLAB, and I can't explain that right now, but we got to soldier on and try to finish up. So let's see, pointing out the differences between these two codes, or when we want to make it go full rotation. Making a bunch of zeros, length vectors is a good policy to do. And then this line right here, we're using the kinematics to set up and fill up those strings for the theta 2 and the omega 2. Right? So we use that to decide what those are going to be for at each time step. And then I'm adding 1 to the length of zeros for theta 3 and theta 4. I got to see why I'm doing that. It might have been for a good reason. I don't know. I don't remember. I guess I was having difficulty with the matching of string length, and so that might have been out of frustration. I just had to add 1 to make the things the right length. So we're using our position analysis now, and we need doing the 4-bar one. So that's like an important thing to note. We start out with an estimated beginning angles, and we want to be careful with those. We start them in something that's reasonably close. We could actually calculate them and put them in for this given input theta 2, the initial theta 2. So we get the theta 3 and theta 4 as an initial guess in this estimate, and then start up the process. Okay, so this is the initial position, right? So these are the estimates, and so we do get the initial position right there, and in that while thing. So that was just like we do any position analysis, and then we can populate that very first spot of theta 3 and theta 4 with this. All right, so now we start to go n-1. I'm not sure why we're doing that. That's interesting. I'm not quite sure why I'm doing this. I'm forgetting. Theta 2, theta 3, and theta 4. We have we established that's what the value is going to be at the very beginning. All right. Oh, so I guess it's the estimate. There you go. The new estimate each time is from the prior string. So we use the prior value when we start to do all of the position analysis. So this is a position analysis that string loop that goes over and over and over again, and to find out to populate the angles at each time step. And then we also use those to find all the position vectors, because they are all rotating. So they're going to be changing each time. And then we could do a velocity analysis. And this does this for every loop, for a loop, right? So this is within a loop, I'm pretty sure, that we had... yeah, because we had this while and this end. And I'm looking for a new loop. All right. We get all these position analyses. I guess all of these values can be our strings. That's my guess. Let's see. No, we're still in here. We're inside that for. This is the for loop right here. And so this does over and over again for the time step, finds the position. There's still currently the time step. We get all these, get the velocity analysis, do the acceleration analysis, which, by the way, we don't have to do this velocity and acceleration analysis in this method. We've already seen an alternative way of doing some of this is to just get the string of positions and then just take the derivative of them with respect to time. We might want to try rewriting this for that, but not right now. But anyway, we get all of these things and we solve them, and then we come back down to here, right? So what we've done is that's the big loop. And by the time that we get done, we have all of the parameters for each of the time steps. It looks to here, like a lot of times you'll have something that says string is too long, so you just got to clip it off. And so that's what that is. It takes off the last piece right there. So if you have something too long, that's what that does. And then they plot it, and then of course we have this torque. So that's what each of these pieces does, and so it's a good idea to take a look back and forth between what the full rotation is going to be. I know it's exciting. It's like watching paint dry, but let's take a look and see what our output is going to be. While we're down here, I'm going to uncomment this. I think I forgot to comment it back on the previous one, but let's take a look and see what we get. Okay, so here is our output from MATLAB. And let's try to open this up in the Excel file that little command at the end of the file gave to us. And it should be under examples, and that's the one that just got created. Let's see if we get it to open up. There's something about these versions, I think. All right, see, that's not a lot of steps. By the way, we could probably improve some things with more steps, but not necessarily 100%. All right, so I copied this guy over to right there, and we're going to paste him in. Boom. And how far down did he go? But there's some data left over from the previous one. No, he goes down to 328. So when we come up to here and grab the thing we just had, let's go to 328. 328. 328. 328. Boom. Let's make that bigger. Reset. Didn't change all that much. Let's go to 1.6. Doesn't look very good. Boom. Okay. So that is, let's see. Let's get rid of this thing. That's irritating. It's gonna make me, okay. All right. So I'm all prepared when we go to export this data right here from this guy. Let's take a look at what he looks like. And he starts off and he slows down. But that was pretty much just to try to match what had been in the book for a particular point. And boom, he slows down. Okay, so the torque, the motor torque, show plot, looks a heck of a lot like ours, but I'm not sure the magnitudes are correct. That's an important aspect, right? You got to get the magnitudes right. One of the, well, you know, come to think of it, we might take a look inside of SolidWorks and double check that the assigned mass of each of these pieces matches. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I totally don't remember doing that, but we should as we're starting out. All right. So, and hopefully we're going in the same direction. Right. I'm not sure that both of these are even going in the same direction, to tell you the truth. Yeah, counterclockwise, you would think. All right. So let's see if I can export this. I bet I get that thing again. No, I didn't. Looks like it's about to do it. Yeah. Just getting to it is the hard thing because I can't click on things today. All right, you asshole. Alt-Tab. Boom. Nope, that's not it. Alt-Tab. Or maybe it didn't open. There it is. You can't see it on my other monitor. There you go. And look, it by default makes a fuzzy caterpillar. Oh boy, look, that's not a lot of data. That does kind of show you how few data points there are on this. So I'm not sure that's a good comparison right there. So that's another observation to make. We're not completely carrying the all the data. If we were to do like I don't wanna, but if we were to do a Fourier, you know, to get the frequency analysis, a Fourier transform there. Let's see. Let's figure out how far this data goes down. Oh, it's a lot longer than the other one. All the way down to 655. So we have to click it. 655 and 655. Boom. That's not a bad comparison right there, especially since we just screwed up so badly in the last one. Oh, man. I like it. It doesn't match perfectly, but, you know, the fuzzy caterpillar showed us. We can't even click on him because he sucks. Fuzzy caterpillar, though, showed us we don't have a lot of data points along the length of those things right there. Maybe that would help. Maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it would change things, but it's something to consider. I mean, one aspect to when you're doing these kinds of things in Excel is they have a smooth line thing that can kind of like obscure what the actual thing, what the actual data is telling you, right? Didn't really change things too much, but it does look more pointier right here. That guy looks pointier. It's not. Oh wait, I thought I took it off. Oh, all right. So what if we go back onto there and put the smooth line into there? I can't tell if I'm picking up the whole line. I'm not. I was picking up like a data point, which doesn't make any sense that it would be a smooth line on that data point. But let's go back up to the whole thing. It's still picking up a smooth line. It's weird. Anyway, I'm not going to mess with it anymore. I got to get back to writing an exam. But anyway, I could paste this into here as part of my record that it happened. Boy, that's like a weird thing looking there. Yeah. All right. So this is the... decided to put this guy in there. Put him right in there. Boom. Boom. So you can have something to look at. We meant to do that over here. Oh, I never did that for that one. Interesting. I could have put a little guy right in the corner, because I did that over here. I don't know. I don't usually do that, but I thought I'd make it interesting. So just a curve can remind you, oh, it's this thing. I don't know. Looks cool to me. Am I going to make another video, or am I going to slog on? I'm going to slog on because I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. Ah, yeah. Okay, so I don't need to save this. But I do need that guy. All right, so this is the last one. And I didn't do the that side-by-side thing. By the way, let me get rid of that. Well, let me go right there. All right. Yeah. This guy. This is the problem from here. By the way, this is I've previously tried that, and that's the spot where they matched up right there, but they didn't match up over here. But this is this thing that I didn't make a slide for, so I'm making it now. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. There you go. So here's the last one. Okay, so we're going to do this guy. Bing. And that's going to be represented by this guy, who we are going to... Oh, no, I got to move him over here. Let me do this guy. I keep saying this guy. This guy. There you go. All right. Oh, and why does it look like that? I'm about to lose my mind. What's up that? What's that thing? Who are you? What the hell are you doing up there? Crazy guy? What are you doing? I don't get it. Okay. Well, let's hit run again. It made that noise. I swear it did. I never put a velocity in there. I'm going to put velocity in there too. I put a couple of velocities in there. We need more pretty pictures of things. So velocity. We don't really need the entire velocity, so I'm going to go magnitude. And I need a graph of it. But I do need to click that little point right there. Come on. Come on, little point. There you go. All right, thank you. And then let's put the vector on top. That's the whole reason I want to put there. Show the vector. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was cool. I also like to do it on this guy, too. Should I do that? Sure. Because he's cool. And you can go linear velocity, pick it right there, show the vector, show the vector. And you can just go magnitudes because we don't really care. Boom. It looks like a bouncing ball because it's always positive because it's the magnitude. And one last one, let's do the acceleration. So it's interesting to see the interplay between velocity and accelerations and things. At least it is to me. But I'm a nerd. Well, let's go in the X component. Let's go in that one. You could see that right there. And show, boom. All right, now we can get rid of him. So we can go and plot that thing out there. Look at that. Okay, I like it. Just makes me happy, man. I don't know. I'm easily amused. Make it go slow. Man. Boom. All right, so we don't need to do that. It was just entertaining myself. I'm not sure where this guy went off to. That's the motor torque linear acceleration. All right, so let's export this guy. Gonna make a fuzzy caterpillar somewhere. There he is. We had two things in here. I don't need two things. I only need these things. So, oops, I forgot. We need to let's make another copy of this one. Send to end. We'll make this as a prob. This was problem 11.1. No, 3A. Okay, so I didn't do the MATLAB first for whatever reason. I don't know, doesn't matter, I guess. So let's go do this one first. And how far down do we go? 402. Sounds about right. I don't know why it sounds about right. Doesn't sound like anything. Nope, can't let me get, you won't let me get, will you? All right, Alt-Tab, bastard. Boom. Replace the SolidWorks. And it's a lot shorter. Oh, no, I know it is. It's not shorter. It's longer. Right there. It goes, so it went all in 1 second, and that's 403. Right, so let's fix it while we're here. 403, 403, and 403, 403, 403. Boom. And it goes for 1 second. So that's a nice. All right, so let's do MATLAB. All right, so here's the 403 without, the problem 3A with when we just did to a single link. And then here it is when we did, when I do a full rotation, the full rot. So you could see I got rid of that omega 2, a lot of the same things. A lot of the same things we've been doing in the previous descriptions, where we change. So this is the same, but now we get a time thing, and then we use some initial conditions, and then a string of zeros, and we have our kinematic relationships. So we set a thing up, and then do we do a position analysis to start with? I don't see one in here. We might have already just established what it was. We do get our there's a position you can calculate it right away. You get that theta 3 for a given theta 2, and from that get all the positions that you need once you have theta 3 and theta 2. For this, because it's in line, you can find all of the relative position vector components. Then you can do a velocity analysis and acceleration analysis, and then find the accelerations at the particular points that you want, including the center of gravity. And then with that, you can find populate these two matrices, which is the same thing that's on every line, and then you can harvest from the result of that for each time you go through a loop, and then we can plot this out. So you get the idea, and I will uncomment this, and let's see if we can get that output. All right, so here is the what it looks like right here, and let's see how closely that looks like to our output. Can we show plot? I don't know where this plot went. We could hide the plot and then show the plot. It's not showing. It just disappeared. It went away. Will then be that way, and we will just add in another plot. Or we already used it, didn't we? Yeah. I don't know why. Why did it happen? Can we go torque, motor torque, Z component, pick a motor, pick the motor. Ooh, what is that right there? Is that a torque? What is that? Is that an applied torque? I don't remember doing that. What is that? I don't know. But here's our result. And here is the MATLAB result. And damn, they look pretty good, but the proof is when you superimpose them. Superimpose. So let's go superimpose that son of a bitch. You don't need to swear this much. You know, but maybe I do. Maybe I do need to swear more. Gosh darn it. Okay, so I'm going to close this guy. I don't like him. And I'm going to open up him. At least I think I am. What is the deal with this? He said, knowing that people would think, oh, he said deal. He said deal. Let's go and check out how far this one goes down. How about we grab that thing? There you go. We need to go to 402. And, you know, wouldn't hurt you. Would it kill you? Would it kill you? Let's see, go over to this guy and grab him. Grab MATLAB. Boom. 402. Would it kill you to make the same time steps? It's a good idea. I was a lot fussier about it in previous semesters. Boom, and then let's make this thing go. Format, axis, reset. How about make it just 1? It's exactly 1, so that's a pretty good looking, darn good looking torque comparison. So much so that I'm like, oh, did I see something wrong? Maybe. Pretty good. All right, so ta-da is the answer. I think I have demonstrated our matching of these two techniques. What do you think? And, ooh, that's a good screen grab. Did I grab that screen yet? No, I'm going to screen grab that. It just looks so good. With all these little arrows. Ooh, I missed the tip of that arrow. Nobody can fault me for attention to detail is a good thing. Boy, I had to do that like twice, 3 times. All right, zoom that thing down and go. Oh yeah. Of course, these look like acceleration velocities, and we're looking at torque. Did I spell torque right? Yeah. All right. So we had a 27-minute video. I'm not sure you're going to watch it through this far right here, but I did make this nice looking PowerPoint thing out of it with the disgraceful right here. This is sad. We're going to hang our head in shame, but then get over it. Go eat a burger, have an apple. Life's good. The end.